Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, doing what I do for you. Oh, trust me, I'm doing some good stuff for you. I got some good stuff for you. That's what I do. So, you know how it's go. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message, message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. We got a good thing going. I appreciate you. Now let's do what we do. Did I say? Excuse me. Welcome all my. Oh, I did that already. Excuse me. I'm ready. Yeah, when I'm anxious like this, that means you know I'm ready. So let's do what I do. Right thinkers mission. And that's what I'm on. Ooh, calm down, calm down. Oh, boy, slow down. Okay. Right thinker mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten. I'm gonna do that. Inspire. Oh yeah. Educate. And motivate. I hope you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. I got a good lesson for you today. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. After this lesson, if it don't do it for you, I don't know if I can help you. So that's how important, that's how good I feel about this lesson, the information I'm about to give you about knowing thyself. So I always ask, my mission is to get you to know thyself. As a right thinker, your goal should be to know thyself. And I'm giving you the thing that I know you need to know thyself. So let's get this party started. I'm dying. A person who knows not. Excuse me. I ask the question, do you know you? Sorry. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. When I get done, you will know thyself. So a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. You're going to love this. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Person who knows, but knows not that they know, spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know, we just dying and raring to go to tell you what they know. Follow them. Why? They're wise. Trust me. Right thinkers, ooh, brain freeze. Talking about a brain freeze. Know that self. Oh, excuse me. The person who knows and know that they know, excuse me, is wise. I can't tell. Follow them. Right thinkers, know thyself. And you know the deal. To my y'all be true. I got to get to this lesson. Now calm down. Right thinkers, we're gonna talk about the supreme being, my favorite, in the three realms of what? Time and space. There's a realm after that. That's what we're about to get into. Okay? Let me give you another picture before I get started. Again, you see the circle? The tie, the pet, and the doo-wop. Those are the three realms of time and space because they're all encompassed in circles. You see that? The nurture, the absolute, the one, he's outside of that. Understand that? I'm going to break it down for you. Hopefully you can get a better understanding because this is the lesson I've been dying to get across. So I'm about to have some fun. All right? First of all, there are three realms. I've been telling you that for a while. The last lesson didn't go too well. Let me break it down for you again. There are three realms of existence. The top or the physical, that's us in the flesh, the lowest. We are in hell. We are the fallen angels. Moving on. The pet, that's the next level up, the heaven. That's the heavenly realm. That's the astral realm. That's without the body. To get there, the body don't go. So I got a question about you guys telling me God took Enoch up to heaven, body and all, and Jesus sitting at the right hand. But no, we're not doing that. Excuse me. So let me give you the real deal. Okay. Then you got the doo-wop, which is we call the netherworld. That's beyond the doo-wop, which is the transcendental. That's where the nurture and the all-encompassing divinity dwells. That's where he hides. And you have to raise to get him. You got to rise your conscious level to understand and know thyself. But it's some things you can do to make that happen. You ain't got to just believe it. Let's go. This is my area. In order to climb the ladder, we're dealing with the tree of life. You must, this is the first thing you need to understand, master what? It says various principles. I say all of them. Why? That'll guarantee you mastery of who? Oneself. That's what you need to understand. Every aspect of your personality need to be mastered by you. Climbing the ladder, spiritual philosophically, means learning about these divinities and doing what? Cultivating the cosmic energies that they manifest. If remember Star Wars, I just saw a commercial at the gym. They're bringing it back. It's so nice. They're gonna run that thing again. Why? Next generation. They can brainwash them into playing their Star Wars game, the mind game. They got control over that. If we had that much control over our kids with positive input, unlimited. But that ain't happening. Moving on. But the idea is if you understand nature, in order to master these principles and reach the levels of existence that they preside over, where they at? Within you. You don't have to go outside yourself. You just have to master yourself. Everything you need is already here. The Wizard of Oz. One needed a heart, one wanted a brain, one wanted courage. And when they got to the wizard, what did he tell them? In the end, it was in you all the time. Playing the mind game. That's the mind game. I'm telling you, don't tell me God is in the burning bush or up in the mountainside. No. We teach you God is inside you, but your job is to find him. If you're looking for God up there in heaven and all that his nonsense, just like Masons looking for King Solomon's temple, never gonna find it. Why? Because they're looking in the wrong places. Moving on. I had to get that out. We're waiting to die to tell y'all that. Slow down. I'm amped. Yeah, because this is good information. This is what I do. This is the best part about what I do. I get a chance to give it to you. I have it. Sorry about that. Not bragging, but here we go. Now, where we at? Okay, now this is the part a lot of people miss. This is the important part right here about right thinking philosophy. You need to understand the things I'm telling you, you have to master existence that's beside you. Guess what? If you do not master the principles, the opposite will master you. What you mean? Ego. He's the force of the principles that will master you. Why? When you're ignorant, you're under your egoistic control. Why? It edges God out. With the ego, there is no God. So either gonna serve yourself, which is the ego, or you're gonna serve God, which is spiritual, which you got to become mentally understanding and put yourself in a better position to do what's right. A lot of us prefer to do what they want. Difference. Yeah, in this place, fine. Spiritual realm, not so much. That's the part I'm trying to get you. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We don't know that we are spiritual. We think we're human. I'm trying to get you to realize your spirituality by knowing yourself and knowing that God dwells inside you. So pretty understand, I'm just trying to get you to God. I ain't trying to get you to believe in God. I ain't trying to sell you on God. Sorry about that. But I'm not here to preach to you about God. I'm here to get you to God for yourself. And I ain't got to preach to you no more. Why? You take it for yourself. I ain't trying to control you. I'm just trying to enlighten you. That's my job. Enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate. And I'm out the way. Why? That's all I come here to do. Moving on. Appreciate the views and the subscriptions. But my job is to do what I'm doing now, and I love that. Let me get back to it. If you don't get control and master the principles of yourself, your higher self, your lower self will run you. And watch this. It will control you, and it will what? Lead you into worldly existence, into a what? A generative existence. Meaning all you want to do, more. Beastly nature, we called it in ancient times. Now we get more sophisticated, more civilized. Okay. It is also important to what? Understand that this realm where time and space is what? A realm of generation. Meaning what? I told you, when you lay down and go to sleep, this takes over. Don't need the body. Okay? When the body's at rest, this still works. In your imagination, in your dream state, your unconscious state, the subconscious, that's where everything takes place. It's all up here. And if you're ignorant of that, it's going to run you. You ain't going to run it. So while the realm of what? That transcendent time, the world that transcends, again, that's the spiritual realm. The mind don't care about time and space. That's why when you go to sleep, something got to wake you up, or your conscious to come back and you'll become woke again. When the body gets all the rest it needs, it automatically get up. But when the brain is at work, it don't care. It don't need no alarm clock. It got its own set thing that it does. So when you understand that, you can use it to your benefit. A lot of people don't have, first of all, the understanding of time. So they always late, they always behind. Why? They ain't keeping up with time. Another concept that you need to master within yourself. The realm of what we call the realm outside of time and space, that realm we call the noon. Y'all call it the abyss, whatever, or the primeval waters. We tell you about that, which also we call the new. And what is that? It's formless, it's nameless, it's undifferentiated matter or substance, possibility, but chaotic. Why? Because there's nothing really going on. And it is also called, you ready? The realm of, got you 1 second. I've been praying for this. This word here is funny. Come on. Yanrutef. It means, Yanrutef is described in Haru. Watch this. This is the place of what? Where nothing grows. Told you about this before. Meaning what? Where nothing is generated. Stop right there. That's what I told you before. Whoever promising you virgins in heaven, whoever promised you rooms in heaven is lying to you. End of that discussion. Let me tell you the real deal of the concept that we follow. If you do the right things, when you go to that place, Urantia, that's the goal of all right thinkers, to reach that destiny for themselves. And it's there for those who can reach it. 1 second, excuse me. Urantia is the place where nothing goes on. But that's where the spirit goes to go back to where it comes from. AKA home. That's the outside realm where the Nabercha dwells. When you reach that level, that's the highest level. Watch this. Now, again, what's going on there? Formless, undifferentiated. It's called the realm of Urantia. Now, at this place, again, nothing grows, where nothing is generated. And watch this. Nothing is changed. Everything just, no time. Nothing is just there. Okay? That's bliss. That's supreme peace. Watch this. That's becoming one with the God. Nothing is desired. Humans, we live for desires. And once you reach it, what you want more, you desire more. That's the greed from the human part. When you become spiritually enlightened, when you reach that level of bliss, you have no more desires. Nothing is wanted. You don't want for nothing, don't need for nothing. This is the concept that y'all claim when the dead people go, well, you're in a better place now. He's no longer suffering. All that nonsense. Yeah, it sounds good on this side. But if he didn't live a good life, his ass is back in another body just like you, because you didn't learn the lesson either. And I'm trying to make sure when mine die, I'm going that way, not this way. That's self-enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment, reaching a level of spiritual understanding where you and God become one. Christ's been telling you that for years. Y'all misunderstand that. I got something for that too. But being one with God is like Christ. But we told you that. That's Haru. We got to lay it out already. Calm down. But to reach, y'all call heaven, Urantia, okay? And it's nothing is created and nothing is missing. What that sound like? God multiplies himself and don't add or miss anything. That's where you want to be. And watch this. In reality, even though they may not realize it, this is the level of consciousness of what? The divine experience that if you do the thing that they tell you, the Kundalini rises, living right, doing right, they laid all that out for you. the Christos, the cerebral spinal fluid going up, becoming enlightened. All of these is metaphors and esoteric messages to try to get you to know the truth. Why? Everybody can't handle the truth. And when you have divine experience of fulfillment and contentment that all human beings are what? We all trying to reach through all the religions. In every religion, I told you, their goal and their intent is to get you there. Just some of them don't have the right direction, so you never get there. If you're going the wrong way, trust me, you need to find the right directions. And that means if what you're practicing ain't getting you to God, practice something else. So to go through all, everybody want this spot through the religions of the world. And watch this. It's all about your actions in your daily life. Again, you are the conductor. You are the one in charge of your destiny. We talk that good talk. A lot of us don't have a clue. But however, let's talk about that. Most people end up, again, watch this, searching for fulfillment in the world of time and space. Right there. If you're a spiritual divine being, you won't be looking for a whole bunch of nonsense. But if you're egotistic and understanding, you thinking you're human, you want everything that you can get here and now. Why? You ain't looking for later. To you, for you, ain't no what. You want it right now. That's the wrong concept. That's the human mentality. That's the ignorance that a lot of us are living with. And I'm just trying to wake you up. I'm not casting spurs. I'm trying to get you to understand you can control all the stuff that you claim you want by what? Doing the right thing. And he will help you along the way. I ain't a preacher. This ain't church. This is spiritual. This searching, again, for human beings, this searching can manifest in what? As looking for a spouse. I need me a pretty woman. My first wife I chose because I gave her working tools of a right thinker. If all you seeing is, and that's what you go for, you done missed a whole lot of other stuff that come behind that. Those called consequences of what? Your action. If all you use is one thing, use all your senses. Do it past the smell test. Do it past the sight test. Do it sound good. Do it feel good. Before you touch or taste, you need to have those things. If you go right to taste and touch, what roll as Scooby said, why? You done missed a few things that you should have been paid attention to. So that's why a lot of us fall short in our relationships. Why? We only use one aspect, the senses. We got 5 of them in the body. And a lot of us, okay, understand that. Get the concept. Now, when you if you're looking to have children, again, you need a mate. But again, to know, today, we just jump up and down. Don't care if the baby come cool. If not, whatever. Another lesson. And also, we spend life looking to have a fancy car. I drive a nice car. Yeah, that's the ego. I ain't above ego, but I'll let it run me. I understand. So, looking to go to the mall, buy something, going to a party. This is life. This is what everybody do. But watch this with others and having fun. That's okay, etc. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. In doing those things, most people are really what? Trying to find completeness in things. That's not where happiness is. I've been told you that lesson too. Fulfillment and truth, since, watch this, in doing those things, people are really what? Trying to find completeness, fulfillment, and truth. And since the realm of time and space is limited, we ain't gonna be able to settle on the physical body, and it's changeable, there's always something going on, there can never be what we call abiding contentment in the physical realm. Why? Break it down for you. Because the realm of time and space may be a manifest reality, meaning it's illusionary. So whatever happens in it ain't gonna last. Watch this. But it is not absolute. Again, truth. Why? Because it is not abiding. And anything that's not abiding is only a relative reality and not necessary or not actually the truth. So belief could never be true. If it's not abiding, it ain't true. If you can't prove it, if it ain't factual, Moving on. So in this realm of generation, again, I'm going to get back to that you ran to. That's where you go. And ain't no virgins there. Ain't no physical bodies there. Ain't no need for male or female. Why? Because there ain't no mate and ain't none of that going on. That's why I gave the lesson about ain't no sex in heaven. Y'all freaked out. That's reality. That's a fact. Oh, I can't get my virgins? The people who told you that. And if you think going through life just believing in Jesus Christ gonna get you in heaven, that don't work either. You put the work in, you get the rewards. You got blessings, you got karma. God gives you the blessing. Karma delivers you what you deserve. Big difference. So understand that. So watch this. So we are in the realm, in the physical realm, a generation, the realm of time and space. You can never find the abating contentment. Why? Because everything changes in this world and nothing is abiding except you're born, you're going to die. That's a fact. All you are going to find is what? Something that's going to appease you for what? For the temporary until what? Another what? Desire in the human physical form. Desire runs this body unless you can get it under control. The desire is the ego self and it wants what it wants. It don't care. Tell you the hieroglyph for the ego self, not set. The hieroglyph is the man with a hatchet to his head. Moving on. So if you are egotistical, that means you're self-destructive. That's the point we're trying to get across to you. So you're not, well, I'm okay, I'm my ego. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, knock yourself out. Moving on. Now, they are going to have, watch this, as long as you're human, you have desires and they're going to arise. The question is, are you strong enough, mentally disciplined enough, spiritually controlled enough not to give in to them? I'm a man. Oh, you see a woman? That's not gonna move me. See, first to be thinking about what that part. I got that under control. Been there, done that. So that ain't the way to get to me. But most people live for their lower nature. That's the whole idea. And there you are going to have what? You're going to have to go on a then you are going to have, when you desires is filled, what? You're going to have what? More pursuit that what? You will never be happy in that way. You're always chasing the dragon, like that first hit from that pipe back in the day. When you hit it, if your willpower and your mental capacity is not strong enough to say, yo, man, you are going to chase that dragon. And a lot of people ruin their life on just what? Trying to get that high, trying to reach that level. You can reach that mental orgasm, I called it, over and over again, what? With knowledge of self. It ain't physical, it's all up here. So watch this. And the only way you will be happy and fulfilled is when what? When you attain transcendental consciousness, aka spiritual enlightenment, nihas, Christhood, whatever you want to call it, anointed. But the new level, that's where you go past the physical level and reach the highest. And so in the concept of the Anoyan theurgy explains that a human being is to become who? Haru-er. That's why he's at the bottom, why he's fully suited and booted on his throne. That's where you want to be in your life. Mastery over the physical world that you live in. All that other nonsense means nothing. So becoming Haru-er, or what they call master of the earth. Haru-er, again, is the on there, is the lower most divinity on the scale of the cosmic omnigraph for a reason. But Haru-er, he represents what? You ready? Perfection or an enlightened conscience. An enlightened being, Akus, someone who knows himself. He is human, and watch this. He's knowledgeable about the physical creation, but he also knows Ra and the higher realms of existence. He's spiritually enlightened. Even while what? Living as a human being on earth. We got to realize Jesus didn't die and become anointed. He was anointed while living. That's how you get it. Follow along. Where we at? Okay, while being here on earth. Now, earth is the grossest realm. Okay? Ta. That's the middle part. That's the bottom. And you work your way out. I want to get to a quick lesson about the scale, the ladder. Jacob's ladder. It's a symbolic concept from Masonic order in the Bible. He saw people come, the angels coming up and down the ladder. The ladder is your spinal column, your nervous system. You got to climb each one with the kundalini. The serpent have to weave his way up the spinal column. It's 33 of them. So all that, no, it's a spinal column. Moving on. I just wanted to get that. I forgot to get that in earlier. I meant to get that one in. The significance of it is to raise your what? Conscious level, your kundalini. It rises through what? Good behavior. How about that? Simple as that. So whatever religion you call, don't make a difference. You gonna act right, do right, it happens for you. I know that. Moving on. That's the purpose of religion. And watch this. In the Thai, he is not the lowest Neteru on the diagram of the Kemetic tree of life because he is the lowest being. Nope. He is the lowest because, you ready? He is the master of his lower nature. Hello, master of the earthly realm, they call it, the Thai, the physical body. Control the lower and raise it to the higher. He represents the potential. Remember that word, potential? Of what? Every human being. All men is created equal. That's what that means. Not the way y'all think about the Declaration, nonsense. No, we know y'all lying. But in the real world, we all created equal. Why? We all have the same opportunities in the world. Not a mind, society, or another nonsense. Equanimity in the world. And watch this. And every human being who living on earth can also attain what? The heights of spiritual evolution. It ain't no one religious group saying you got, nope. And what they call it, self-discovery. God is hidden for a reason. He's the higher self. He's the true self. But you have to do work to find him. He ain't easy to get to. That's why. And watch this. And that is what you are supposed to strive for. All those who are not enlightened beings are what? Are just ordinary human beings. A lot of that's going on. I tell you, we run around thinking we're human, acting human. Those who become spiritually enlightened, they're the outcasts. We the strangers now. I would look at the people who live right as them do-gooders. No, I get it. I understand. I'm one of the people now. So for all y'all who look at me, all of a sudden now you know. No, I just understand. I get it. And when you get it, you do the same thing. Change. Moving on. So it means, watch this. What that means. Set. Who is set? Your ego. Watch this. Oh, yeah, down here. Okay, no, wait a minute first. Well, I ain't done with this yet. Now, okay, now fight it on that. Oh, yeah, I'm way up here. Oh, I'm not supposed to spot. Did I get down that far? Nope, didn't get that far. Sorry about that. Boy, I get off on the tangents to get my space. I didn't pin it down. Now he is okay. He's the lowest. Supposedly, we all strive for to be ourselves. Okay, knowing thyself is what every human being should strive for. And all those who are not enlightened beings, again, a lot of that going on. What happens to them? They're ordinary human beings. They are slaves to the world, powers that be of time and space, and to their own personal desires, which is symbolized by Haru, the child. Remember, we are Haru. We got to rise, become Haru-er. Now, we're born with all the skills, all the ability, but we got to prove it. That's what life is all about, to know thyself. And Haru, the child, before he becomes Haru-er. Haru-er, from the perspective of human existence, watch this, is the goal of all spiritual aspirants and right thinkers. Knowing thyself is the goal. Why? Because how does Haru-er come about? Now you go. Now you're in my wheelhouse. Come on to my backyard. As we proceed further in our discussion, we will discuss about the different aspects of Haru. I got that for you. But Haru-er, I said, Haru was a blind one. At one time, lost his sight fighting with his ego. Lost the fight to his uncle Set. Haru, as a child, Haru is a fighter. He don't give up. He get angry. He cut his mother's head off. So he wasn't perfected at that time. But when he become Haru-er, he's developed within you from what? Haru. And Haru symbolizes what? Okay, see me. Whoa, I lost a spot. You, the Haru, and you is the fight. I tell you, it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And the Haru in you is bigger than the ego, which is set in you. Now, we will talk about what? The struggle. What struggle? That has to go on for what? That will allow you Go on. Okay, for Haru to be developed, Haru to be developed, the hero story. Everybody got to go through what? Trials and tribulation. uh Return of the Jedi. He had to go off somewhere and leave everybody all that nonsense. Everybody gives you the same thing. Okay. Now, but for Haru to be developed within you from Haru, that means you got to Haru symbolizes spiritual aspiration. I mean, you want to do better. You want to do good. So you want somebody to teach you and point you in the right direction, hence the spiritual advisor. Okay. Now, well, yeah, the kind of aspiration that allows you to have what? Determination and fighting character. That's from within you to forge what? Ahead despite what? The formidable obstacles in way of what? In your way of attaining higher consciousness. Well, who could that be? What are you talking about? You ready? Ego. Set. He is the most powerful foe obstacle you're going to face. In Christian form, it's David going up against what? Goliath. Everybody's scared of Goliath but him. Why? He has confidence in himself. That's how you fight fear. Fear is the acronym for what? False evidence appearing real. He knocked that right out the park. So that's the part that's inside you. He was a shepherd boy. No, he spent a lot of time communing with God. That's what most people don't do. And egoism is the most powerful obstacle of what? All spiritual aspirants. Your ego is your inner self wanting to do what it wants. And to attaining spiritual enlightenment, Set is that foe, the rival of Haru. And what does attaining enlightenment mean? I hear you say enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment. From the nuts and bolts aspect, right quick. Whoa, yes, I got to get this done. I'm almost there. It means that you must control your lower forces that are operating through you, your ego. Operating through you, that are generating through you, that are leading you where astray, that are controlling what? Your life. And then you are to come into what? The knowledge. Hello, the light. Same thing. That's what light represent. You're in the dark if you're ignorant. That's all. But when you come into knowledge of what? Your higher self, which is God, the transcendental aspect of you will take over. And here, watch this. Now, after our brief recap, we can begin with today's lecture. I'm about to take you there in a minute. In order to take your first steps in what? Transforming yourself into who? Haru your Haru self, your master of the earth self, you must make what? The psycho-spiritual journey to what? Discover Ra, where? Within yourself. He's hidden. But you have all this layers between you and Ra. You are the lower end, walking around on the earth, heaven and hell. All of these layers of cosmic forces, which are symbolized how? By the divinities, the Neteru. What are you to do? How are you to begin your psycho-spiritual journey? How long will it take? How long will it last? And how will you know when you have reached the destination? Ding, ding, ding. Most people think when I die. Let us firstly discuss the purpose of what we call the Alnoyan Theurgy and the Tree of Life. Then you will also have insight into the purpose of life and the proper course that life should be directed toward. That's the end of this lesson because I'm about to take you there with the next one. So in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and may 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll be back with more lessons